I am a photographic artist who has a strong philosophy behind archiving photographs. I believe that photographs should be archived properly for the future to see, and archived appropriately to each person's philosophy. Here I will talk to you about my philosophy and what I do and what I'm doing for this project. This project is here I'm making photo time capsules. So basically I'm using photographs, basically 6x4 photographs to recreate an event that's happened to me in the past. So I am always taking photographs. Wherever I go at different events, I'm taking photographs. I always carry my camera. I take photographs for the people of the future to see, to use to study, to learn. I take pictures of cultural matter. I take pictures of people's clothes. I take pictures of the people's clothes. I tell people about today's fashion. I take pictures of technology. I take pictures of how we use technology to our benefit. So I've taken pictures of the technology in terms of education. Like all my friends, I take pictures of them taking photographs with their own equipment. That's what I'm talking about technology. So here I'm writing on the back of photographs, on the loose ones which would be inside the time capsule. This is giving away a clue because I'm trying to engage with the person who's discovered the box. I'm trying to engage them, trying to encourage them to find out more about the photographs. So think of this as like a teaser. I'm trying to encourage them to find out a bit more. So this text could be used to encourage the discoverer to try and find out more about what's in the photograph. Now, the content of the boxes that I'm making, I'm trying not to reference back to me. Because the project is not about me, it's about the content. It is about me because it's my own philosophy, which is why I've decided to do a cover letter. So I decided to do a cover letter to the discoverer, which basically talks about me, my philosophy, and why I've constructed the box. And I haven't put my name in it because on the letter because it's not about me. It's about the content. I want the viewer to find out more about the content and not to look into who the photographer was. I think that would make things a little bit too easy for the discoverer. I think the discoverer's got a bit of work to do to find out about these photographs. It's a further discovery to find out more. I suppose it could be like digging up treasure if it's in the future, about 50, 60 years' time. So yeah, I voted up the note to explain my project and why I did it, and to thank the person who's discovered the box. Also, if the box is discovered too soon, I've asked the person to put it away somewhere less conspicuous, somewhere where it won't be discovered for a very long time. Asking them to get involved in the project. So yeah, I tidied up my desk especially for this video. It may seem messy, but it's tidy to me. Anyway, so put away my phone. There's my box, the time capsule box. So then it's basically like a Tupperware box, a tight Tupperware box. Then I put in a piece of crushed velvet, which is like a maroon colour, and then I put down a piece of felt. These pieces of material are just to try and create like a protected padding, just to try and give it some sort of like value, which photographs are. They are photographic photographs. They are memories. They do have value. They're like visual references to our own memories that help us remember the past. So anyway, I just packed in each capsule 2 albums of random people. That's my mum there, look. And just the albums have no reference on them, only the content. And then I put in some loose photographs. There's Joel. Yeah, loose photographs, titles on the back. There's old Cake Face. Oh yeah, no clue, but it's just a bit of humour there, Cake Face. Yeah, to wrap it up nice and tightly, so then no light gets in to damage the photographs. Although I do want light to go in. Do want them to get old. And there's the note. And then seal it up airtight. Because when the discoverer finds it, I don't want them to be too new. Like as if they were printed yesterday, you know. I want them to look old. Which is why I haven't put too much effort into the conservation. So anyway, here's me in a box, trundling through some beams in an attic. Yep, up and up. I lift up the wire wall, put it somewhere very unconspicuous so it doesn't get seen. The only time I think this box may get found is when the attic gets renovated. Very complicated climbing in between beams. Very complicated, especially those type of beams. It's gone dark. Ah, there we are, switched on the light. Yay! In the attic, you can see like a vent there in the middle. And there's my hand and there's the box. Bang goes down the box. Where am I? Where am I? Ah, there I am. Coming up through the hatch. And then so I need to find somewhere to put this box. Usually right at the back. I gotta be careful I don't step on the actual floorboards. Because I don't want to fall through the ceiling. It'd be terrible if I did that. Yeah, be careful of that pipe, Lloyd. And then lift up the wire wall. Not the wire wall, the glass wall. Put down the box, put it somewhere really inconspicuous. That's it. And put that down so like nothing being there. That's it. And get up. Be careful where you step, Lloyd. And back down the hatch. Oh, it's gone dark again. What happened there? Ah, oh, hello. Ah, yes, this attic was a bit difficult. So basically, there's those two long beams down there, which made it incredibly difficult to go along. I had to make sure I stuck to these beams, because those pieces of wood on the sides were propping up the roof. It was actually a DIY job. It was a raised roof done by the house owner. So it's a raised ceiling, and I had to be careful I didn't knock those pieces of wood, otherwise I would have caused the roof to capsize on me. So I had to be really careful that I didn't touch those side pieces of wood, otherwise I would have knocked that over and caused some damage to the roof, and probably some damage to me, because everything would have capsized and the light would have gone and I wouldn't know where I'm stepping, and I most probably would have ended up falling through the roof, the ceiling, with about 100 slits and a trip to hospital expect. So I had to be really careful. So yeah, I found a place for the box eventually. It took me a while. Somewhere really inconspicuous. And the time that this would get discovered is when this attic is insulated, and hopefully the renovators will hide it on. Or if it's really in the future, then hopefully they'll spread the word and share the photographs amongst others. Which is what the project's all about. Gone dark. Oh, there's some light anyway on the right hand corner. Oh, it's a pink attic. Everything's very pink and very yellow because of the light. There I am. I have to find somewhere for this now. You do know glass wall is very it's not very harmful at the moment. It's harmful to humans. It's irritating to their chests. So it's a bit like asbestos, I suppose. Not as bad as asbestos, but it might come to a certain stage where we have to have all that replaced with something else because it's so bad for our bodies. And then that's when my photographs get discovered. The only problem I had with attics is that I had to tell someone that I was doing what I was doing. So I had to show them the contents of my box. So in order to get less people involved, I decided to choose some other places. So another place I decided to choose was in the middle of a forest somewhere. And I've decided to video somewhere with no visual reference, so that the viewer of this video doesn't know where it is, or where it is or where the hole is. So there's no visual reference actually on the video to give clues to the viewer of this video where it is. Now, how I decided to choose to do this burial, because I'm actually digging a hole here to bury this time capsule in the middle of this wood. Decided to put the airtight plastic canister inside a metal canister, and this allows metal detectors to discover the box that I buried. Yeah, I'm just hoping that it doesn't get discovered too soon. I haven't told you why I'm doing this project, have I? Anyway, I don't think you need to know, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you because you're most probably intrigued to know why I decided to do it. It's a bit of a long story, but we've got a bit of time because I got to dig this hole. So, back in 2010, me and my family took a family holiday to Vendée in France. And one day we took a day trip to Chalon, which is also in the middle of France, and we found a junk shop. And when I went inside the junk shop, I found some glass plates, 7 boxes of glass plates, which were for sale with a few other prints for €25. And I decided to grab this offer because it's such a good offer. I also asked several times if there's any more glass plates that I could pick up for a discounted price, and there was no other glass plates on the premises, and if they had any more they were going to get back in touch with me. I think they lost my number, so but I'm always on the lookout for glass plates, so hopefully I'll find some more. But anyway, in these glass plates they're dated. They got visual. They'd actually captioned with the places they were taken, and the dates they were taken as well, and also the surnames of the people were written on boxes, which is why I decided to caption the loose photographs that I put inside these time capsules to try and give away some clue, like it's done for me, to try and intrigue the viewer, to try and find out more about the photographs. I mean, there's no reference to the photographer. I don't know who the photographer was. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with these time capsules. Trying to create a similar experience. It won't be exactly the same, but it'll be very similar. So anyway, I'm still digging here, hardworking, digger. So I'm trying to create a similar experience. And then, in order to further my research on glass plates and share my passion, I decided to take a visit with a friend to a man in Swindon who saved 80,000 glass plates from a skip in Harrow School. And now these glass plates are stored in a barn, totally inappropriately. I've offered my services to attempt to archive these glass plates appropriately and so that they last longer. But at the moment he's catalogued them and put them onto a database online which allows people to purchase prints, which is a brilliant business venture, as the photographs contain pictures of famous people such as Winston Churchill, the first President of India, and Sir Terence Rattigan. So some famous people in these photographs. And after I got talking to the owner of this collection, the person who saved it, Alistair Kirk, I think his website is harrowphotos.com if you want to check it out. So after talking to him, I he discovered that the photographs in their boxes act almost like a time capsule. And while in his discussion, the words time capsule kept repeating in my head. Time capsule, time capsule. I've always thought of doing like a hidden room and doing it up, and then sealing it off, and then having someone discover like a shrine full of photographs and photographic equipment, almost like a room dedicated to photography and its value. But yeah, the time capsule. And I was thinking this is a brilliant idea because photography and photographs, they absolutely preserve memory. It's like a visual reference, and I think it helps us remember our past. I think without photographs, it wouldn't be easy to remember. It'd just be like such and such event. Something, the royal wedding, example. Yeah, just be Prince William and Kate that got married. That'll be it. No reference to how people celebrated, no reference to what they wore, because then I think it's important because it tells us a lot, photography. It tells us, like I said, about technology, fashion, and cultural response, etc. Yeah, it's very much valued, I think. Very valued. It's valued to me because I believe I have a short. I think I have problems with memory myself. I haven't been diagnosed, but I got problems with memory. I think that's why I take pictures so much. So yeah, me burying up the capsule here, metal capsule, trying to make it look as less conspicuous as possible. Yeah, I plan on going back in about a month and seeing if it still looks the same, if it's still like a bare patch. I may go up with a bit of fern seed or grass seed, some wild grass seed, and just scatter some seeds over the place to try and some fast-growing variety of grasses. Try not to make it look too obvious that something's been buried there. Because I don't want, like I said, I don't want it to get discovered now. But if it does get discovered, there's a note inside pleading the discoverer to place it somewhere less conspicuous. And I thank them for doing this. It's absolutely terrible. It was raining that day as well, I remember. I had Dad there with my umbrella, with his golfing umbrella to try and shield the camera from rain. This is why it starts to get light, because Dad doesn't have no experience of using my camera manually. So it's difficult to take control of the camera if you don't know how to do it. He's most probably too scared to touch it because it's part of my project. Anyway, I'm all done here. I think I just gotta make sure everything's well covered. Yay! Smile. And I'll go back, scrape the shovel. Yay! In a deep abyss, in the middle of nowhere, underneath the depths of the unknown, lies lots of concrete and foundations, perfect for me to hide my time capsule. So I decided to try and put my time capsule here, to walk on top of this like rigging to support these cables. So it's a bit difficult because as I was walking along the rigging was crunching underneath my feet. It's quite a scary experience, but I did it. But as I was walking along, faffing around trying to find a place for this box, I actually felt me go down a bit. That's what actually made me then move on quickly. The box was balancing a bit, but it's not going to get disturbed up there. There we are, another unknown place. I'm going up these wooden ladders up this structure. Very scary because the wooden ladders were riddled with woodworm and I was wobbling. I didn't have permission. Neither did I have permission for the place I deposited the other box before, as they were both huge organisations, and they would have owned by huge organisations. I would have had to get permission off several people, and most probably would have been advertised throughout the organisation that I'd done so, and I'd done this project. So I told people where we were. The less people that knew about this project, the better. So this was perfect for me to do. I thank them for allowing me to do this, and I thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed this.